Do you know what you're doing?
Yes. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm helping Cindy pick up some food. So we're getting 2 bags of lettuce, baby lettuce mix, and we're getting cucumbers because they like to get filled. Cucumber is water, it's water based, so it fills you up quick and it's crunchy. So it's gonna distract them and make them think that they're eating a lot when they're not. So one of the things that's most important when you're shopping for food or making food at home is that you actually have to touch and feel and let the food call you. Do it as a ritual of respect towards the food and your body. You want to go towards where your eyes follow. So if you are walking by a box of cherries and you're feeling intrigued, Dr. B. Sirius taught us this. He said, if you pick up a fruit and you lift your head up, if you don't lose balance, that means it's going to help you stay grounded. So you need to pick this up and take it home with you. It's having a connection with the food, live food, letting it speak to you, knowing that it's going to actually nutrify and give life to your body. You want to put in the effort. When you put in the effort, it does something different in your body. You're actually putting your own love and magic into the food that you're making. So you give it more power to heal you with its natural properties. Now what's cool about this is if you don't know or you haven't seen your mom or grandma use it or put it around the house, it also keeps vampires away. So use garlic for your food and for the witchcraft. Onions, they're very flavorful. However, they're usually too big. They're probably not organic. I'm in Trader Joe's. I'm gonna pray over this one and hope that it is as organic as can be. If it's not, this is all we got right now. So pray over the foods that you know is not organic. You gotta still work with what you got. It's better than... We're gonna actually be making 2 simple meals that you can actually eat together, depending if you're trying to gain weight or lose weight. You can eat 1 meal at a time. If you're a person that likes raw food, you're going to be eating a salad that's going to be very nutritious, something very simple. You can't really mess these things up, and this is why I am giving you guys the instruction and helping my sister cook her meal for tonight. The cooked meal is going to be some veggies and sweet potatoes, and she just gave me some instruction as to how she is going to be cooking her Brussels sprouts. I usually like to make things a little bit easier. I am a huge fan of the oven. So I usually wash my veggies, cut them up, marinate them in like olive oil, some salt, pepper, and then all the seasonings you kind of want to add to your veggies that make you come to life, especially if you like Caribbean flavors, things with flavors. I marinate them and then I throw them into a pan and put them in the oven. But apparently this apartment might get too hot, so she's going to do her method of cooking Brussels sprouts. We're gonna chop them up, wash them. So here we are, we're back. So one of the things that I do want to tell you, if you have children, please include your children the same way you should be including them as my parents did in all the household chores, although we were kind of forced to do it. You should definitely include children in cooking. I began cooking at the age of 11 years old. I had no choice. I would have died of starvation. However, it is so important to include children in the cooking adventures because they also contribute to the household energy. So one, you keep them distracted, you keep them entertained, but you also keep them in a state of learning, especially learning that everything that they touch, that they're about to eat, they're contributing to the magic in the food and the energy in the food while it's being made. So I have my nephew here washing. Very important, please do not add soap. We have seen some people on TV add soap to cleaning their food and their chicken and stuff like that. We're not cooking animals, we don't do that in this channel. However, he needs to know that he has to actually touch and feel the asparagus and wash any residue. It's still a plant that is growing in soil. So to avoid any possible pesticides that were used on the plants that you're about to eat, on the veggies, any produce, you definitely want to put your hands in there and pray over it and hope that you're not allergic to any of the chemicals that may have been put in it. If not, just buy organic or grow your own food. And please move your fingers away. Yep. Great, good job. Always provide the positive affirmations for the kids. If nobody gets cut and nobody bleeds, it's been a successful day. Great, you can put that there. That's why we put that plate there for you. What a fun thing to do with your family. Cooking as a community always makes the food just taste a little bit better. As long as you don't only add salt and pepper, make sure you add those seasonings. So here we have the Brussels sprouts being chopped up so that she can put it in the boiling water for about 5 minutes like she said, and then she's going to saute it on a frying pan here on the stove. So just getting everybody involved, you get the food done quicker. Use avocado oil or you can use grapeseed oil. Because we're frying, we're not doing olive oil, because when you fry olive oil, it turns into a carcinogen and you do not want to build up cancers in your body, because nobody wants that. Pour it in there. And now we're gonna just throw on some seasoning so we can have some really flavorful asparagus. We're gonna throw on some salt, pepper, not just any salt. You want Himalayan, pink Himalayan salts from the Himalayas, okay? Delivered by the Himalayan people to your doorstep. You want black peppercorn, not just any black pepper. There's so many different peppers that you can use, but we have black pepper from Wesley Farms. This is not an ad. You also want to put some cayenne pepper, just a dash. If you like spicy food, hot food, you definitely will add more, but I usually just do a dash of that. So before you put the oil, I want you to just pour on some of these peppers so you don't dirty the bottle. So usually the ancestors tell you when to stop. Not too much pressure on it. Yeah. And does the spirit say stop? Yep, the spirit says stop. He heard spirit. And you teach the kids to be really connected with the food that they're cooking. And then you could just close up here for a second. Next time, sweetheart, I'm gonna ask you to dry your hands because oil and water doesn't mix. But we're learning here. Water, and probably will be there until it boils. You just have to stick a fork to see how soft it is, and then you Gucci. They have been boiled, so they're softer now, and she's then going to saute them. So as you can see, I usually just throw them in the oven so that I don't have to do the boiling part, and they'll just get soft on their own in the oven. They'll get cooked from inside out. And what she did is boil them to make sure that they're soft all around, and then she'll put them in the pan and saute them to her liking with the asparagus. Had to do this special segment for all the millennials who have been written in these statistics as getting injured because they have been improperly informed of how to eat an avocado, peel an avocado, use an avocado. Usually you can stick your knife into the seed of the avocado and just pop it up and not injure yourself. And then just stick in your spoon after you have diced it up little by little. You don't need contraptions for everything, people. You can use what you already have. Here you go. So we're just adding these pieces of the avocado to the already chopped up tomato and cucumber because we're going to be adding these delicious little pieces onto our spring mix salad. When you take it out, you can cut up these avocado seeds that turn very, very soft and almost chewy. You can throw them in a blender, grind them up into powder, and use it as protein powder for your smoothies. So I'm just gonna mix the onions right now into the pot of already seasoned asparagus. And we can start to let that marinate together while we get prepared to mix it with whatever's left. I'm gonna be throwing it into the bowl of the cucumber and tomato and avocado. Kind of gives it, if you can give me some cilantro, that'd be great. We kind of have an energy of guacamole here. Again, millennials, I got you with the avocado life. Period. Period. I would originally do, a chef taught me. You throw in the oil on the pot. As you can see, it's simmering, heating up already. Then you take the garlic that you've chopped up. You throw it on the pot. In this moment, you'll probably be putting the onions as well and letting it cook. However, we already have that sauteing with the asparagus, and the Brussels sprouts are waiting to be made as well. So if you can come over here, we're gonna be pouring it on. Do you have a spatula?
Yes.
No, if you don't, we're gonna be just pouring it onto the pot. This is why I don't fry things. So one of the things I really don't like, because I'm traumatized growing up, we always would get burned because nobody taught us how to properly fry food or saute food. So I'm not a fan of oil jumping on me and being all over my arms. So you would probably put this in the oven, but if you're sauteing it, you're gonna be pouring it on the pot all together so all the veggies can cook. And saute and marinate together. As you can see, I did put a lot of onions, a lot of garlic, diced garlic. We already added the salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, and garlic to the Brussels sprouts. Now we're just gonna mix it and allow it to just kind of marinate. And like any Hispanic household or people of color household, there's always noise in the background and music. So make sure you make it a thing. So I want to make sure that all the onions are not in the bottom and that everything is mixed in appropriately. So every piece of your asparagus, every piece of your Brussels sprouts is getting the juice of the onion, and every little piece of garlic is being spread out the pan, because the onion cooks really quick. But we want every piece of vegetable to be very flavorful and taste delicious. Oregano, again, when you're paying attention, you will hear clearly. Somebody might say, put some oregano. And that's what you'll do. So for people who used to be meat eaters and you loved, especially Caribbean food, you want to kind of season your vegetables the way you used to season meat. No, you're not putting any pork lard or, what is it, chicken bouillon. For many people who miss that kind of flavor, there's such things as vegetable bouillon and things like that. So you can still cook your food the way you used to when you used to eat meat. Just remember to add the seasoning. Add the life, add the flavors. Don't be afraid to get lit. Okay. Lemons here, we like the lemons, we like the flavors. So we're not doing much vinegar as of yet. We're just gonna add some lemon because we have the guacamole vibes going. If you leave 1 or 2 lemon seeds in there, don't worry, the lemon tree is not gonna grow. And then we're just gonna mash some of these avocados, however not too much because we have the cucumbers here and tomatoes, so we're not gonna go crazy. So this is essentially kind of the topping for the salad that we're going to be making. We have a spoon mix. This is going to serve as both a dressing and a topper for our salad. So now Cindy's actually gonna just set up her platter for her salad, since we've already prepared even the side dish where we're gonna be using the topper / salad dressing for the salad. Now this is up to you. Do you want, I already added lemon. You can add a little bit of olive oil, and you could add salt and pepper. Or you could just go ahead and dress the salad with your beautiful topper. Please make it look nice. I promise you, my family speaks. I don't know why. You're just so shy to speak in my YouTube video.
Alright, okay.
Great. So.
Pour some here.
We are going to just lightly mash the sweet potato with a fork. And he is going to add a simple little seasoning to add some flavor to it. Sweet potato is already very flavorful and it's sweet. So we're just gonna add a dash of turmeric, which also helps with inflammation. And you're not distracted by it because it blends, the color blends right into the sweet potato. So here you have a very fibrous food that helps you use the bathroom, that has a lot of calcium and minerals and vitamins that you need. And then you have turmeric that helps. So for those who love a little bit of salty, you have your salty, your sweet, and then your salad is your sour, period. Very simple, plant-based. Only took us about 2 days to cook. Here's your sauteed vegetables. We could go ahead and turn that off. As you can see, they're already falling apart. Depending on what pot and pan you're using, you will see them look a little bit different, but everybody here wanted to make sure that their veggies were well cooked and soft enough to chew. And even the onions have turned now, not so much they're dark purple, but now they're light purple color. And this means everything is cooked and well and ready to be enjoyed. So here you go. For those who like meals that are hot and are not a big fan of raw foods, so this is a cooked meal. You have your sweet potato, real simple, and then you have your sauteed veggies. I promise you, when you eat this, you will be full. And then you guys already saw that we cooked that salad. That was all raw food. So your choice. You can eat them all together, or you can have one meal or the other. So anybody want to be my guest taster? I'm gonna take this off. This is a natural born meat eater, officially the king of bacon and eggs. And here he is trying, make sure you blow on it, it's a little bit hot. It's gonna be very hot. Not too hot. You can see by his facial expressions, he is very happy by the flavorful food. He has manners, so he's not speaking while he's chewing his food. Do you like it? Tell the camera you like it. Are you ready to go plant-based vegan? Don't mess up this video. So hey guys, thank you for tuning into my channel and watching my very first episode of cooking plant-based foods in a timely manner, in a very basic way, and using very minimal ingredients. My meat eater families have been very happy with what they've just learned to cook, and we even got my nephew involved. So remember to get your kids involved in the cooking and the cleaning. MJ, you gotta wash these dishes. Yeah, make sure everybody's involved in the house so that they can contribute to the energy that gets put into the food production and the food planning and the food making. And everybody gets to heal their bodies by making their own food. Same way I did, I'm just hoping to teach it to everybody else. So if you have any questions, comments, please like, share, subscribe, and any last thoughts? Stay hydrated, my friends, and eat plant-based, alkaline, natural food.